Tour Tech Talk here, Lauden Golf. We're doing a dual reshaft today. We have some 201 Miuras made out of a 1030B mild carbon, and we have some pings that are supposed to be adjustable, but we can't get them to move at all, even at 80 psi. But the first thing is the quality of the sound of the metal. So we know that we're not working with a high quality metal if you can't bend the golf club in a annealed state with at least 50 pounds on it, because you want that softer metal. Ball stays on the face a little longer, you have control. It's what all the touring pros always get is a Rockwell C rating somewhere in the mid-20s. You don't want anything over 30. It's not adjustable. It's normally called scrap metal, recycled metal, and you just don't know the element content of it. So one way to tell, of course, get it on a Mitchell machine, see if you can bend it. But another way is just listen to it. Very tinny, almost sounds like aluminum. High quality, mild carbon. Big difference in sound. The second thing we were looking at in these is we looked into the ping, and these are the G425s, and every single hosel had a weight down in there. I hope you can see it, but it's dropped in there, and those weights are in the bottom of that hosel because the head grams weren't accurate. You need about a 7.1 gram differential if you're staircasing your cut at a ½ inch. If you're doing a 1/4 inch modified mow, you want to drop that down to 3 or 4 gram differential on your casting tool. The next thing is, of course, online pings showing that these G425s are taper tip. I have a big problem with that, because we've got a Project X flighted. By the way, if you want a Project X, do not buy the standard one, because if it's a 5.5 Project X without the flight on the side, then it's going to really be a 6.5. They're off 10 cycles on the strong side, and the worst thing you ever can do is get too stiff a shift. You can't load it, no rhythm, no timing. So make sure if you're using Project X, get the high quality tour shaft flighted. So here's the taper tip, 0.335. Excuse me, 0.355, and here we got major slop. That is not a taper tip bore on these pings. And if I take the Apollo 125 gram shaft, it's a 370, nice tight fit. So these are parallel bore. So if you're reshafting out there, don't get taper tip. It won't fit. You have to double shim it, and you'll have a lot of slop and inaccurate lies and lofts when you get your job done. So, 3 big problems with the Ping 425. Wrong metal, sloppy bore, and plugged. This is a tour tip from Lauden Golf.